There's my twinkly friend, my silvery twinkly friend, peeking out from behind the clouds. She'll eventually move across and be shining down directly into my window with her telescope. Oh, she's ashamed. Look, she's ducking away. She's ashamed. I busted her. It's the evening of July the 19th. I recorded 3 instances of my videos being compromised today online. One of them at 2:06 p.m. on my new music post of a song, Preteen Queen, kind of a joke song. Then my next post, which recorded the crime against Preteen Queen, I checked that at 3:55, and it was compromised along with all my other videos. And then I came back again at 6:09 and I found my chronology of recordings link. That page with all my songs all stacked up in chronology had been compromised, and made a recording of that. So it wasn't a good day for me. It was a terrible day where it seemed that the criminals just had their way with me all day. And but at least I wanted to show you evidence of this tug of war that I've been complaining about, that I'm not just making this up, that this crime is happening, and people who just want to believe the view counter in my region, I can tell it only records my own views, and obviously these views are being skimmed. They're my real views of what they're the real numbers of people who are coming in to look at my page, and that's nothing to be stealing away and showing off with, or even cashing in. It doesn't belong to you. That's just a satanic crime, to take away someone's popularity and pretend it's yours. People who, like, I have a person who lives with me here who wanted me to be excited about this new movie that isn't in Canada yet, and it's shock and awe, and I said, I'm not interested in that. It sounds like Pentagon might. And he's, no, it's a great documentary. It's really controversial, and Rosie O'Donnell's in it, the great protester. And I said I was a victim of that war too, but he wasn't as impressed with me as he was with Rosie O'Donnell. He said, she's bigger than you, and yes, I'd certainly admit that by about 50, 100 pounds maybe. But as far as I could tell, my 10 years of life work that were on the web that got torn apart lasted about 100 Rosie O'Donnell type celebrities for several seasons after 2007, for several seasons, all taken from my blogs. So my 10 years of life work makes me feel like I'm bigger than she is. And now I guess I'll just get on to showing you these 3 clips, and I hope I won't have to add any more to this record of assaults. I hope this video is going to be enough to put a stop to it. Give me a break. Yes. Those lines are appearing at read that, 2:06 p.m. Pacific time. It's 3:50 p.m. and I got the lines on my page again at this URL, and it shows that, boy, are the authorities ever slack in guarding my content when I discuss this problem in front of everyone. Just let these people rob me blind. Sit here pointing my camera at it and just let them keep doing it. So now there it is on my Preteen Queen, plus there it is on my new videos where I'm actually discussing this topic They're using the lines that are appearing on the freaking video to hide their own lines over on top of it. Okay, and it's almost time for me to go to bed now, but just before I do, I think we should also ask who collected all the views. Well, say since July 3rd, when I first noticed my chronology had been compromised, my chronology of recordings on July 3rd, who got all those views? On July 4th, who got the views for free when I posted that to dedicate, when I didn't post it, but when I dedicated it to the Americans on that day, who got all the views for that video that day? Who got the views for my chronology of recordings on July the 11th? Who got the views for free on July 12th? Who got the views for my vlogs about my handwriting, cursive curse, and on July the 14th? And who got the in the morning, so that who collected them all night from my videos that day? And later on in the afternoon, who was collecting them from the chronology? Who subtracted, 50,000 views from this number when 24 hours after I checked it the day before, and it was 246,000 and some views. And to that we can add today's violations, I suppose, and those are just the ones I know about. And who got all those views? Because that must add up to a couple of million views. Do you want to know who got them? Just wait for your TELUS-sponsored media outlet to hype some popular new star with millions of page views like they did with Wisehall Flea in 2016.